On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Invite.
To ask someone to come or join, to offer an opportunity or possibility for something to happen or take place.
Examples:
Invite guests. Invite criticism. We want to invite you to our annual charity event.
Visualize.
To form a mental image or concept of something, to make something visible.
Examples:
Visualize data. Visualize flying through space. She tried to visualize the layout of the new house in her mind.
Overweight.
Weighing more than is considered normal, desirable, or healthy for a particular height and build.
Examples:
Dangerously overweight. An overweight patient. The doctor advised him to lose weight and maintain a healthy diet to avoid becoming overweight.
Nudist.
A person who engages in social or solitary activities while not wearing clothing. A person who believes that being naked is natural and healthy and that clothing is unnecessary in certain situations.
Examples:
Nudist resort. Nudist lifestyle. The nudist beach is a popular destination for those who enjoy being clothing-free.
Compete.
To strive to achieve more success than someone or something.
Examples:
Compete against a friend. Compete fiercely. You must compete with others to obtain this position.
Straight.
Extending or moving in one direction without bending or curving, having no deviations.
Examples:
A straight line. Straight for 2 months. He was sick for 5 straight days.
Pedal.
A foot-operated lever or control, especially one used to control a vehicle, machine, or musical instrument.
Examples:
Clutch pedal. Piano pedal. He pressed the pedal with all his might, but the car still wouldn't start.
Sweat.
The salty liquid that is produced by the glands in the skin, especially when the body is hot or under stress.
Examples:
All in a sweat. Sweat bath. She wiped the sweat off her forehead with a towel.
Bounce.
To cause to move up or away after hitting a surface, to spring back.
Examples:
Bounce across the floor. Bounce back from failure. They will bounce between various emotional states.
Roll.
To move in a particular direction by turning over and over or from side to side.
Examples:
Roll a ball. Roll down his cheeks. He was exhausted and rolled into bed as soon as he got home.
Awkward.
Making you feel uncomfortable or embarrassed, causing inconvenience or difficulty.
Examples:
An awkward expression. An awkward date. The awkward design of the interface made the operation difficult.
Threshold.
The floor or ground that forms the bottom of a doorway and offers support when passing through a doorway, the smallest detectable sensation.
Examples:
The threshold between rooms. High pain threshold. She's on the threshold of adulthood.
Foyer.
An entrance hall or lobby, usually located at the front of a building or before the main room or area, a space for people to gather or wait before an event.
Examples:
Hotel foyer. Grand foyer. The elegant chandelier in the foyer was the centerpiece of the grand entrance.
Hallway.
An interior passage or corridor onto which rooms open.
Examples:
The head of a hallway. Wax a hallway floor. He dashed down a hallway to a bathroom.
Appreciate.
To value and acknowledge the worth of someone or something, to be grateful for something or someone.
Examples:
Appreciate her feedback. Appreciate the value. We would appreciate an early reply.
Monster.
An imaginary creature that is large and has various human and animal parts, someone or something large and powerful.
Examples:
Horde of monsters. Monster film. This car has a monster engine.
Perch.
To sit, stand, or rest on something, particularly a narrow or elevated surface. To position oneself confidently or dominantly. To place something in a high or elevated position. Noun, a branch or other elevated place where a bird can rest or roost.
Examples:
Perch on a ledge. Perch of a bird of prey. The bird perched on the branch, watching the world below.
Tan.
To become brown as a result of exposure to the sun.
Examples:
Tan after sun exposure. Tan poorly. She spent the whole summer tanning on the beach.
Practically.
Almost or nearly.
Examples:
Practically constant. Practically impossible to find a parking spot. The store is practically empty.
Fur.
The hairy coat of a mammal, especially when fine, soft, and thick.
Examples:
An artificial fur. Fur coat. The fur of the animal was thick and soft to the touch.
Tickle.
To lightly touch a sensitive part of somebody's body in a way that makes them laugh,
Examples:
tickle his ribs, tickle her vanity. These models explain why you can't tickle yourself.
Oatmeal.
A type of cereal made from oats that have been ground or steel cut.
Examples:
Oatmeal cookies, oatmeal breakfast. I love starting my day with a bowl of warm oatmeal and fresh fruit.
Raisin.
A dried grape, typically made from certain varieties of grapes that are specifically grown for this purpose, a popular snack food or baking ingredient.
Examples:
Raisin pie, raisin oatmeal cookies. The raisin bread had a deliciously sweet flavor.
Shovel.
A tool with a handle and broad scoop or blade used for digging or moving earth, coal, snow, or other granular materials.
Examples:
Snow shovel, shovel blade. The construction workers used a power shovel to dig the foundation for the building.
Imaginative.
Having or showing new and creative ideas.
Examples:
Capable of imaginative creation. Imaginative as a child. She is a hard worker, but not very imaginative.
Broadband.
A type of high-speed internet connection that provides wide bandwidth for faster data transmission, any communication technology that allows high-speed data transfer.
Examples:
Mobile broadband, fiber optic broadband. I need to upgrade my internet plan to get faster broadband speeds.
Scanty.
Insufficient in quantity or extent, meager, limited, or inadequate, lacking in amount or supply.
Examples:
Scanty resources, scanty information. The party's budget was cut, resulting in a scanty amount of food and drinks for the guests.
Clad.
Dressed or covered in a particular way, provided or protected with a particular material or substance.
Examples:
Clad completely in black, clad in armor. The athlete was clad in a tight-fitting suit designed to reduce drag and improve performance.
Pave.
To cover something with a hard, flat material such as stones, bricks, or concrete to make it suitable for travel or use.
Examples:
Pave a new path, pave a smoother road. They paved the courtyard with bricks, giving it a more polished appearance.
Brick.
A rectangular block of baked clay used as a building material.
Examples:
Brick wall, dressed brick. The wall was made of hard bricks that had been used for centuries.
Tin.
A silvery white metal that is typically soft and malleable, often used to make containers or packaging materials. A thin sheet of metal or metal alloy used for a variety of purposes.
Examples:
Tin can, tin foil. The roof of the old shed was made of rusty tin.
Scarecrow.
An object, often made of straw or old clothes, that is placed in a field or garden to scare away birds and prevent them from damaging crops, typically designed to resemble a human figure.
Examples:
Scarecrow costume, Scarecrow festival. The farmers placed a scarecrow in their cornfield to deter birds from eating the crops.
Wizard.
A person who is skilled in magic or a particular technical field.
Examples:
A wizard at chess, financial wizard. He was a wizard at solving complex mathematical equations.
Hand in hand.
Working together cooperatively, in close association, simultaneously, or in a synchronized manner.
Examples:
Work hand in hand. Succeed hand in hand. We walked hand in hand along the beach as the sun set.
Skip.
To move along lightly and quickly, making a step from one foot to the other with a hop or bounce. To intentionally fail, to do something which would normally do.
Examples:
Skip across the country. Skip breakfast. We skipped the topic because it was too complicated.
Bizarre.
Very strange or unusual.
Examples:
The story is bizarre. Bizarre behavior. The truth was more bizarre than expected.
Contest.
A competition in which people compete for supremacy in a sport or other activity, a struggle between rivals.
Examples:
A speech contest. A close contest. There was a vast contest between the two tribes.
Statistics.
The discipline that concerns the collection, organization, analysis, interpretation, and presentation of data.
Examples:
Statistics for cancer. Official statistics. The statistics demonstrate that poverty and unemployment are genuine problems.
Championship.
A contest to decide who is the best player or team in a particular sport, the act of providing approval and support.
Examples:
A world championship. Championship flag. His team won the championship for 3 years running.
Journalist.
A person who collects and writes news stories or articles for newspapers, magazines, radio, television, or other online media.
Examples:
A China-based journalist. Journalist on a magazine. Foreign TV crews and journalists can go as they please in various locations during the Olympics.
Bunch.
A grouping of several similar things which are growing or fastened together.
Examples:
A bunch of trees. A bunch of schoolgirls. One bad apple spoils the whole bunch.
Vary.
To become different in terms of size, shape, etc.
Examples:
Vary according to the age. Vary directly with the price. Maximum heart rates vary a lot for each individual.
Hygiene.
The practice of maintaining cleanliness in the home and person to prevent illness.
Examples:
Hygiene practices. Public hygiene. Good hygiene is important for preventing the spread of illness.
Upkeep.
The process of maintaining something in good condition or ensuring its proper functioning, especially a building, vehicle, or equipment.
Examples:
Upkeep of a house. Equipment upkeep. Regular upkeep of your car can prolong its lifespan and prevent costly repairs.
Memorize.
To learn something carefully so that you will remember it exactly.
Examples:
Memorize musical scores. Try hard to memorize the lines. Lawyers need to memorize even the most minor provisions of the law.
Random.
Made, done, or happening without method, conscious decision, or any regular pattern.
Examples:
A random choice. Bombs fell at random. To find drunk drivers, police conduct random tests.
Poem.
A piece of writing that emphasizes the expression of feelings and ideas by paying particular attention to diction, sometimes rhyme, rhythm, and imagery.
Examples:
A narrative poem. Poem to the dead. A great poem is a fountain forever overflowing with the waters of wisdom and delight.
Shuffle.
To move or mix around in a casual or unorganized way, to walk with short, dragging steps.
Examples:
Shuffle deck. Shuffle from side to side. She shuffled the cards before dealing them to the players.
Unbelievable.
Beyond belief or understanding and extremely surprising.
Examples:
Unbelievable beauty. Cause unbelievable damage. He drinks an unbelievable amount of beer.
Freak.
An abnormality that is not typical or expected.
Examples:
A rock freak. Freak weather. The freak accident caused the car to flip over and land on its roof.
Competitor.
A person who participates in a sporting contest, a person or organization that competes with others, particularly in business.
Examples:
Beat competitor offer. Domestic competitor. The gap between the company and its competitors has widened.
Utterly.
Completely or absolutely.
Examples:
Utterly changed. Utterly ignorant. We are utterly opposed to any form of terrorism.
Miraculous.
Very effective or lucky, or completely unexpected.
Examples:
A miraculous encounter. Go through a miraculous change. He made a miraculous recovery.
Feat.
A notable or impressive achievement, especially one that requires great skill or bravery.
Examples:
Intellectual feat. Feat accomplishment. It is an incredible feat to climb Mount Everest, the highest mountain in the world.
Ancient.
Relating to the long ago, particularly the historical period preceding the fall of the Western Roman Empire, very old.
Examples:
Pre-Christian ancient. Ancient stories. They have been living near water since ancient times.
Technique.
A particular way or art of doing something that needs skill.
Examples:
A technique in martial arts. The technique applied to construction. Jockey's superior technique brought him victory.
Invention.
The creation of a new device or process resulting from study and experimentation, the act of inventing.
Examples:
The invention of new techniques. Common invention. Necessity is the mother of invention.
Medieval.
Relating to or belonging to the Middle Age, that is for the period of A.D. 600 to AD 1450.
Examples:
Medieval times. Medieval history. Only the medieval tower remained standing.
Scholar.
Professor, a person who studies a topic in considerable depth, particularly in a university.
Examples:
Scholar in international politics. Noted scholar. You won't have to pay college tuition if you're a scholar.
Competition.
A situation in which someone is attempting to beat or outperform another.
Examples:
The first round of the competition. Interspecific competition. Global competition is rising in virtually every industry.
Brilliant.
Extremely clever, skilled, or impressive.
Examples:
Brilliant idea. Brilliant performance. The more brilliant you are, the more people around you look at you with envy and jealousy.
Eccentric.
Weird or unusual, sometimes in a funny way.
Examples:
Display eccentric behavior. Eccentric characters. He was eccentric, but he was also a genius.
Nation.
A large organized community of people living in a particular country or region and having a particular culture.
Examples:
Nation-state. A seafaring nation. The nation of Japan is known for its unique culture and advanced technology.
Investigate.
To conduct a systematic or formal inquiry to identify and evaluate the facts of a crime, problem, statement, etc., to establish the truth.
Examples:
Investigate the matter. Investigate a data leak. The committee investigated several apparent inconsistencies.
Amnesia.
A condition in which a person is unable to remember things, often as a result of brain damage, shock, or illness.
Examples:
Childhood amnesia. Amnesia by trauma. The accident caused her to suffer from temporary amnesia, and she couldn't remember anything that happened before the collision.
Amazing.
Extremely surprising, especially in a way that you like or admire.
Examples:
Amazing advances. The most amazing feeling. The golfer recorded an amazing distance.
Incredibly.
In a way that is very difficult to believe, exceedingly or extremely.
Examples:
Incredibly cheerful character. Get incredibly insecure. Several cities are experiencing incredibly high unemployment rates.
Tragic.
Causing great sadness or suffering, very unfortunate.
Examples:
Tragic love stories. Tragic death. The tragic events of the war left many families torn apart.
Extent.
The point or degree or area to which something extends.
Examples:
Certain extent. The extent of the damage. I was amazed at the extent of her generosity.
Spectrum.
An ordered array of colors into which a light beam can be split.
Examples:
A broad spectrum of opinion. Infrared spectrum. This device displayed the speech spectrum spectrographically.
Peek.
A quick or furtive look, verb, to take a quick and secret look at something.
Examples:
Sneak peek. Peek at others' misfortune. She took a quick peek inside the box before closing it again.
Basis.
The most important facts, ideas, or events from which something is developed. The way how things are organized or arranged.
Examples.
On an equal basis. Basis for calculation. This evidence will form the basis for our discussion.
Scintillate.
To sparkle or shine brightly, to emit flashes of light, to be animated, brilliant, or lively in conversation or performance.
Examples.
Scintillate conversation. Scintillate in the moonlight. Her eyes scintillated with excitement as she opened her birthday presents.
Antiquity.
The ancient past, especially the period of classical civilization.
Examples.
Remote antiquity. Unrecorded antiquity. The study of antiquity is important for understanding the history, culture, and civilization of the past and their influence on the present.
Discipline.
The practice of training people to obey rules or a code of behavior, using and punishments if these are broken, a region of activity, knowledge, or influence.
Examples.
Break discipline. Rigid discipline. He quickly learned the military discipline.
Cult.
A small religious group, especially one that is not part of a larger religion and that is regarded as outside the norm, followers of an exclusive system of beliefs and practices.
Examples.
Cult members. Cult's practices. The cult leader promised his followers that they would achieve enlightenment if they followed his teachings.
Alien.
A person who comes from a different country, race, or group, a form of life assumed to exist outside the Earth or its atmosphere.
Examples.
Alien fungi. Resident aliens. Alien species have drastically altered the ecosystem in this area.
Invest.
To put money, effort, time, etc. into something to make a profit or achieve a result.
Examples.
Invest in stocks. Invest capital. The government should view children as national assets and actively invest in them.
Laboriously.
With great effort, difficulty, or exertion, in a manner that requires a lot of physical or mental work.
Examples.
Laboriously climb. Study laboriously. He worked laboriously on his research project, spending countless hours in the library.
Furnish.
To provide a room or building with furniture and fittings, to provide something useful or necessary.
Examples.
Furnish a suitable occasion. Furnish the information. The new homeowners decided to furnish the living room with new furniture.
Millennium.
A span of 1,000 years, or the 1,000th anniversary, plural, millennia.
Examples:
Past millennium. Millennium bottle of wine. Our world is in the third millennium.
Alphabet.
A character set that includes letters and is used to write a language.
Examples:
Letters of an alphabet. An alphabet of manual signs. He strove to memorize the Hebrew alphabet.
Scroll.
A long roll of paper containing writing, verb, to move through text or graphics on a screen to view different parts of them.
Examples:
Roll up a scroll. Scroll through a document. The house owner loved the large hanging scroll in the guest room.
Codex.
A manuscript book, especially one written in the medieval period, before the invention of printing.
Examples:
Codex manuscript. Medieval codex. The archaeologists found a codex buried alongside a mummy in an underground tomb.
Photograph.
A picture or image that is produced by a camera, a visual representation or record of a person, object, or scene that has been captured electronically or on film.
Examples:
Photograph album. Photograph memories. I found an old photograph of my grandparents from their wedding day.
Smartphone.
A mobile phone that functions as a computer and connects to the internet.
Examples:
Smartphone app developer. Smartphone addict. Internet traffic volumes have increased significantly with the advent of smartphones.
Progressive.
Relating to or supporting development or advancement, especially social or political one.
Examples:
Progressive taxation. Progressive development. The progressive approach to education emphasizes hands-on learning and student-centered classrooms.
Externalize.
To give external form, expression, or material existence to something that was previously internal or subjective. To make explicit or apparent something that was previously unconscious or repressed.
Examples:
Externalize responsibilities. Externalize costs. It's important to externalize your feelings and not keep them bottled up.
Essentially.
Relating to the essential features or concepts of anything.
Examples:
Essentially correct. Become essentially same. Essentially, a society is an organism.
Outsource.
To contract out or transfer a job, task, or service to an external organization or party, often as a cost-saving measure.
Examples:
Outsource a non-core function. Outsource to India. The company decided to outsource its IT services to a third-party provider.
Fundamental.
Forming an essential base or core from which everything else develops or is affected.
Examples:
Fundamental education. Fundamental rights. Human behavior has fundamental characteristics.
Modern.
Of or belonging to the present time or recent times.
Examples:
Modern poetry. Pre-modern agricultural society. Their headquarters are in a modern skyscraper.
Argue.
To express differing opinions or points of view, often in a heated or contentious manner, to present a case or reasoning to persuade or convince others.
Examples:
Argue a case. Argue passionately. The couple began to argue over which restaurant to go to for dinner.
Cognitive.
Of or relating to mental processes of understanding.
Examples:
Improve cognitive function. Research on cognitive psychology. His cognitive faculties were getting worse because of a lack of sleep.
Singular.
Being only one of its kind, unique.
Examples:
Singular purpose. Singular goal. The singular beauty of the night sky never ceases to amaze him.
Fascinate.
To attract and hold the attention of someone deeply and irresistibly.
Examples:
Fascinate the public. Fascinate the young. The magic tricks fascinated the children.
Champion.
Someone who has won first place in a competition, someone who fights for a specific group of people or a belief.
Examples:
A champion of peace. The grand champion. The champion bicyclist outrode all his competitors.
Lab.
A workplace for the conduct of scientific research, a laboratory.
Examples:
Lab instrument. Medical lab. The Prime Minister will pay a courtesy visit to the Nobel laureate's lab.
Brain.
The organ inside the head that is responsible for one's movement, thought, memory, and feeling.
Examples:
Basic brain function. Permanent brain damage. X-rays revealed a small tumor in his brain.
Structural.
Associated with the way on construction or organization of anything.
Examples:
Structural analyses. Structural reorganization. The earthquake resulted in significant structural destruction.
Anatomical.
Of or relating to the structure of the body and its parts.
Examples:
Anatomical structure. Anatomical elements. The anatomical model of the human body was used to teach medical students.
MRI.
Abbreviation for magnetic resonance imaging, a medical imaging technique that uses a strong magnetic field and radio waves to produce detailed images of the inside of the body.
Examples:
MRI brain image, cardiac MRI. The MRI machine uses powerful magnets to produce detailed images of the inside of the body.
Scan.
To examine something hastily, with the eyes or with a machine, to get information.
Examples:
Scan the face of a man. Scan a document into PDF. She stood on the podium and scanned an audience.
Snowflake.
A small, thin, delicate piece of snow, a person, especially a young person, who is perceived as overly sensitive, easily offended, or with an inflated sense of entitlement.
Examples:
Delicate snowflake. Snowflake pattern. The Christmas tree was beautifully decorated with delicate snowflake ornaments.
Involve.
To include or affect someone or something as a necessary part of something else.
Examples:
Involve a lot of paperwork. Involve a high degree of risk. The investigation involves several government agencies and is expected to take several months.
Spatial.
Of or relating space and the position, area, and size of things.
Examples:
Spatial ability. Spatial distribution. He carefully determined the spatial relations of every piece of the stage set.
Navigation.
The act of directing a ship or airplane from place to place, advice or information intended to resolve a problem or challenge, especially as given by someone in authority.
Examples:
Navigation system. Visual navigation. The plane's navigation system had problems, which mechanics found.
Competitive.
Involving competition or competitiveness.
Examples:
A competitive price. Competitive position. The mobile application industry is a competitive one.
Catch up.
To try to make progress by working harder or faster, especially to make up for lost time or a disadvantage.
Examples:
Catch up with schedule. Catch up over coffee. I must catch up on my work and finish the report before the deadline.
Precise.
Sharply exact or accurate or delimited.
Examples:
Precise analyses. Estimate precise costs. The content is precise and informative for me.
Binary.
A system of numbers that uses only two digits, 0 and 1.
Examples:
A binary number. Trading in binary options. A binary star is a system in which two stars revolve around each other.
Digit.
One of the elements that collectively form a system of numeration, a finger, thumb, or toe.
Examples:
Digit identifier. The digit in the hundreds place. We must enter a 6-digit number to unlock the safe.
Ultimate.
Furthest or highest in degree or order.
Examples:
The ultimate goal in life. The ultimate luxury. Management must take ultimate responsibility for the accident.
Concept.
An idea or principle associated with something abstract.
Examples:
Learn new concepts. Concept car. One such rapidly growing concept is quantum cryptography.
Psychology.
The scientific study of mind and behavior.
Examples:
Psychology experiment. Psychology of crowd. She had a master's degree in psychology.
Refer.
To direct someone's attention, thoughts, or questions to another source or person, to mention, cite, or allude to something as evidence or support.
Examples:
Refer to a book. Refer to a map. Please refer to the instruction manual for further assistance.
Elaborate.
Containing a lot of carefully prepared and organized or many complicated and detailed parts.
Examples:
An elaborate hat. Elaborate Ponzi scheme. He proposed an elaborate program of public works.
Encode.
To convert information into a code or format suitable for storage or transmission.
Examples:
Encode data. Encode information. The software can encode and decode encrypted messages.
Illustrate.
To provide pictures, photographs, diagrams, etc. in a book or something for explanation.
Examples:
Illustrate a key point. Illustrate a story. The company's financial records illustrate how successful it has been.
Nifty.
Attractive and stylish, clever and ingenious, neat and handy.
Examples:
Nifty gadget. Nifty idea. The car has a nifty feature that alerts you when you're about to veer off the road.
Paradox.
A statement, situation, or person that has two opposite facts or features and therefore seems impossible, is difficult to understand, or is strange.
Examples:
French paradox. The paradox of the heap. There are many theories to explain this paradox.
Weird.
Extraordinary, unexpected, or difficult to explain.
Examples:
A weird dress. The state of being weird. My computer has been acting weird recently.
Entirely.
Completely.
Examples:
Entirely satisfied with the meal. He was entirely to blame. Later, his claim was found to be entirely false.
Untethered.
Not tied or secured to anything, free to move or roam without restriction or confinement.
Examples:
Untethered phone. Untethered from reality. The bird flew untethered in the sky.
Skull.
A bone framework that surrounds the brain and gives the head its shape.
Examples:
Skull fracture. Have a thick skull. Archaeologists found a Neanderthal skull at that historic site.
Noun.
A word that generally functions as the name of a specific object or set of objects.
Examples:
Noun phrase. Proper noun. In some foreign languages, the gender of nouns exists.
Association.
A people or groups of people who have joined in a single organization together for a particular purpose, a social or business connection or relationship.
Examples:
Word associations. A scholarship association. His membership in the association provided him with numerous benefits.
Hook.
A curved device used for suspending, holding, or pulling something, especially one attached to a surface for hanging things on, a sharp curve or crook.
Examples:
A hat hook. The curved shape of a hook. Please hang your towel on a hook.
Transform.
To change an outward structure or looks.
Examples:
Transform an education system. Transform heat into power. My father's death transformed my life completely.
Lowercase.
A letter or typeface that is small in size and typically sits below the baseline of a line of text, opposite of uppercase.
Examples:
Lowercase alphabet. Change to lowercase. Please type your password in all lowercase letters.
Context.
The circumstances, facts, or conditions that surround a particular event, situation, or statement and that give it meaning.
Examples:
Historical context. Legal context. It's important to understand the context of a situation before making a decision.
Palace.
The residence of a high-ranking official, such as a king, queen, etc.
Examples:
A palace garden. Ancestral palace. The imperial palace is currently undergoing reforms.
Poet.
A person who writes poetry.
Examples:
A court poet. A poet of sorts. She is a talented poet who has been recognized for her work.
Attend.
To be present at an event, to go to a place.
Examples:
Attend a meeting. Attend service. We must attend to this matter.
Banquet.
A lavish meal or feast, often for a large group of people, and often accompanied by entertainment and celebration.
Examples:
Banquet hall. Host a banquet. We had a delicious banquet at the hotel for our anniversary dinner.
Hire.
To give somebody a job.
Examples:
Hire a guide. Hire a car by the hour. We should always be prepared to hire talented recruits.
Entertainment.
Public shows, films, television, or other performances or activities of enjoying people.
Examples:
An elegant entertainment. Hour of entertainment. The hotel is famous for its entertainment, including the casino.
Slam.
To shut a door or window noisily, to strike something violently or noisily.
Examples:
Slam the door. Slam the book against a wall. She slammed the door shut, angry at the person on the other side.
Collapse.
To fall down or give way suddenly, often after breaking apart.
Examples:
The stock market collapsed. Ready to collapse. The roof finally collapsed after 3 days and 3 nights of heavy snowfall.
Mangle.
To damage or alter something by twisting, crushing, or pressing it out of shape.
Examples:
Mangle my foot. Mangled their favorite toy. The machine mangled the sheet of metal beyond repair.
Recognition.
The action or process of recognizing or being recognized, especially by remembering, an agreement that something is true or legal.
Examples:
Recognition award. Joint recognition. He was given recognition for his outstanding work in the field of medicine.
Prop.
A piece of wood, metal, etc., placed beneath or against something to support it or keep it in position, a system, institution, or person that gives help or support to someone or something. Emotional prop. Prop stick. We have finally lost our last prop.
Bury.
To place a dead body in the ground, grave, or tomb.
Examples:
Bury in the earth. Bury emotion. There is plenty of space to bury everyone.
Tragedy.
An event or situation causing great loss, misfortune, or destruction. A play or literature that deals with a severe and sad event and often ends with the death of the main character.
Examples:
A tragedy during work. The aftermath of this tragedy. Macbeth is a famous tragedy by Shakespeare.
Compound.
An item composed of two or more distinct elements combined, a chemical formed by the combination of two or more elements.
Examples:
Aquatic compound. Harmful compound. Common salt is a sodium and chlorine compound.
Survivor.
A person who remains alive after an event in which others have died.
Examples:
Ovarian cancer survivor. A single survivor. The shipwreck survivor was rescued after floating in the ocean for 3 days.
Wreckage.
The remains of something that has been destroyed, ruined, severely damaged, or crashed, usually referring to vehicles, buildings, or machinery.
Examples:
Wreckage recovery. Shipwreckage. The wreckage of the plane was scattered across the field after the crash.
Relative.
Considered and evaluated through comparison with something else.
Examples:
A remote relative. Relative factors. Most countries prohibit sexual activity between certain close relatives.
Intuitive.
Obtained through feelings rather than facts or proof.
Examples:
Intuitive eating. Intuitive judgment. I had an intuitive feeling that I might be pregnant.
Word for word.
Characterized by or involving an exact replication or recitation of what has been said or written, without alteration or interpretation.
Examples:
A word-for-word report. Word-for-word copy. The translator provided a word-for-word translation of the document.
Instruction.
Detailed direction, order, etc. on how to do or use something.
Examples:
Individual instruction. Follow his instructions. They needed further instruction to perform their duties efficiently.
Colleague.
One of a group of a coworker, especially in a profession or a business.
Examples:
Collaborate with colleagues. Former colleague. I decided to seek counseling on the advice of my colleague.
Visual.
Relating to seeing or sight.
Examples:
Visual navigation. Field of visual arts. The building makes a remarkable visual impact.
Recount.
To describe what happened or to narrate a story.
Examples:
Recount the adventure. Recount a conversation with him. They recount events that have already occurred.
Wager.
A bet or gamble, typically involving a sum of money, on the outcome of an event or situation.
Examples:
Friendly wager. Make a wager. I placed a wager with my friend who would win the basketball game.
Recall.
To remember something.
Examples:
Recall the incident. Recall his name. She vividly recalls getting laid off several years ago.
Crazy.
Stupid or not sensible, very angry.
Examples:
Crazy about cars and racing. A crazy scheme. The rain and thunder are crazy today.
Stink.
To emit a strong, unpleasant odor, to have a strong offensive smell, to be corrupt or unethical.
Examples:
Stink up the place. Stink badly. The garbage in the alley began to stink after a few hot days.
Unforgettable.
Impossible to forget.
Examples:
Have an unforgettable night. Unforgettable moment. The dinner we had at the 5-star restaurant was an unforgettable culinary experience.
Ridiculous.
Very silly or unreasonable and deserving to be laughed at.
Examples:
A ridiculous amount of money. A ridiculous suggestion. Everyone regarded the theory he advocated as ridiculous, but was later proven correct.
Introduction.
A preliminary explanation or remarks given before the start of a text, performance, or event, the act of bringing something new into existence or introducing something to a wider audience or new market.
Examples:
Introduction education. Self-introduction. The introduction to the new class was informative and engaging.
Anecdote.
A short and amusing or interesting story about a real incident or person.
Examples:
Personal anecdote. Funny anecdote. She entertained the guests with anecdotes about her travels and experiences.
Topic.
A subject that is being discussed or written about.
Examples:
A serious topic. The topic of the book. The topic of the discussion was the current state of the economy.
Screw.
To turn something, such as a bolt, with a driver or wrench to tighten or loosen it. Noun, a cylindrical rod with a helical ridge used to fasten things together.
Examples:
Screw the cap. A female screw. He had to screw the loose knob back onto the cabinet door.
Phrase.
A group of words that mean something specific when used together.
Examples:
Ready-made phrases. Noun phrase. We bought a Spanish phrase book.
Topos.
A Greek term referring to a traditional or recurring theme or motif in literature or art, a specific location or place that holds symbolic or cultural significance.
Examples:
Architectural topos. Cultural topos. The author's novel explores the topos of love and loss uniquely and thoughtfully.
Vestige.
A trace, mark, or evidence of something that once existed but has now disappeared or diminished.
Examples:
A vestige of a castle wall. A vestige of the virus. The abandoned building was a vestige of the city's past, with nothing left but memories.
Rhetoric.
Speech or writing intended to please or persuade someone, the art or study of using language effectively and persuasively in spoken or written form.
Examples:
The rhetoric of a debate. High-flown rhetoric. He was known for his powerful rhetoric and ability to persuade people with his words.
Fascinating.
Extremely interesting.
Examples:
Fascinating story. Completely fascinating to me. The museum houses a fascinating collection of Celtic artifacts.
Subculture.
A distinct social group or community within a larger society that shares a set of practices, beliefs, or values that are different from those of the dominant culture.
Examples:
Subculture movement. Subculture fashion. The punk subculture emerged in the 1970s as a response to mainstream society and its values.
Pathological.
Relating to or caused by a physical or mental disease or disorder, extreme or abnormal in a way that is harmful or unhealthy.
Examples:
Pathological liar. Pathological condition. The doctor was concerned that the patient's pathological fear of germs impacted their daily life.
Boring.
Lacking interest or excitement, tedious or dull.
Examples:
Boring work. Boring day. The lecture was so boring that many people fell asleep.
Dramatic.
Very sudden, very excellent, or full of action and excitement.
Examples:
Make dramatic changes. A dramatic rescue at sea. The statement had a dramatic impact on house prices.
Mass.
A large amount of a substance with no definite shape or form, a large number of people or things grouped or crowded together.
Examples:
A mass of molten rock. Critical mass. The mass of people who do not own property is politically impotent.
Temple.
A place of worship, especially one that is associated with a particular religion or faith, the flat area on either side of the forehead.
Examples:
Temple complex. A tour guide at the temple. He visited the temple to pray and make offerings to the gods.
Incredible.
Unbelievable, extremely large.
Examples:
Incredible amount. At incredible speed. Her response revealed incredible idiocy.
Yearbook.
A book published annually by a school, college, or other organization featuring photographs and records of the previous year's events and the individuals involved in them.
Examples:
Yearbook photography. College yearbook. I still like flipping through my high school yearbook to remember old friends.
Flea.
A small, agile, wingless, and parasitic insect that feeds on the blood of mammals and birds.
Examples:
Local flea market. Flea infestation. The flea-borne disease caused a severe outbreak in the city.
Shocking.
Extremely or surprisingly bad, or causing a strong emotional response such as surprise or disgust.
Examples:
Shocking response. Shocking revelation. The news of the accident was shocking and left many in shock.
Ludicrous.
So ridiculous, unreasonable, or out of place as to be amusing, absurd.
Examples:
Ludicrous idea. Ludicrous behavior. It's ludicrous to blame the teachers for the education system's failures.
Hilarious.
Extremely funny.
Examples:
Hilarious mistake. A hilarious anecdote. The comedian's stand-up routine was hilarious.
Kit.
A set of tools, supplies, or equipment for a particular purpose.
Examples:
Survival kit. A first aid kit. I bought a new tool kit for my home repair projects.
Muff.
A tube-shaped garment for keeping the hands warm, a failure or mistake, verb, of sports, to fail to hold on to the ball.
Examples:
Muff a speech. Woolen muff. She wore a fur muff to keep her hands warm during the winter.
Goggle.
To look at someone or something with amazement, to look stupidly. Noun, plural, tight-fitting spectacles that are worn to prevent particulates, water, or chemicals from striking the eyes.
Examples:
Goggle his eyes. Infrared goggles. The software company bought the VR goggles manufacturer.
Mask.
To conceal something. Noun, a covering that you wear over your face to hide it.
Examples:
Mask body odor. An oxygen mask. The politician tried to mask the corruption.
Pinhole.
A tiny hole in a material, often made by a needle, that allows light or other substances to pass through.
Examples:
Pinhole image. Pinhole leak. The camera's pinhole lens creates a unique blur effect in photographs.
Distract.
To draw someone's attention away from what they are trying to do.
Examples:
Distract attention from the real issue. Distract public opinion. Please don't distract me while I'm studying.
Experiment.
The scientific test conducted to observe what happens and gain new knowledge.
Examples:
Experiment design. Series of experiments. His experiments showed highly positive results.
Participate.
To take part in something.
Examples:
Participate fully in conversation. Participate in the program. The majority of students actively participated in the college's intramural sports program.
Journalism.
The profession or activity of writing or reporting news for publication or broadcast.
Examples:
Journalism ethics. Tabloid journalism. She plans to study journalism in college and become a reporter.
Epilogue.
A concluding section or speech that follows the main body of a literary work or other performance, a postscript that concludes an event or speech.
Examples:
Epilogue scene. Write an epilogue. The novel's epilogue provides a glimpse into the characters' lives after the story's main events.
Haywire.
Out of control or malfunctioning, disordered or chaotic. Noun, a type of wire that is used to tie bales of hay, straw, or other crops.
Examples:
Haywire behavior. Haywire machine. The electronics in my car went haywire after the battery died.
Suppose.
To think that something is likely to be actual or possible.
Examples.
Suppose you're right. Suppose beforehand. What do you suppose the culprit's motive was?
Principle.
A fundamental law or truth that explains or controls how something happens or works.
Examples.
Principle of treatment. Principle in business. Efficiency isn't an essential principle here, fairness is.
Insight.
The ability to gain an accurate and deep understanding of people or situations, an accurate and deep understanding of what something is like.
Examples.
A profound insight. Share my insights. We gained various insights by analyzing the vast amount of data owned by the company.
Engage.
To attract and keep someone's attention and interest, to participate in or obtain services of something.
Examples.
Engage in environmental protection activities. Engage a new employee. Many multinational companies are engaged in the reconstruction of that country.
Shortcut.
An alternative route shorter or quicker than the usual one.
Examples.
Take a shortcut. Keyboard shortcuts. There is no shortcut to success.
Depth.
The distance between the top and bottom of something, between the top surface and a distance below it.
Examples.
Depth camera. The depth of the water. The pond's depth was around 5 feet.
Process.
A series of actions or operations performed to achieve a particular outcome or goal, a systematic procedure or approach used to accomplish a specific task or objective, a method of treating milk to make it suitable for consumption or use in other dairy products.
Examples.
Process improvement. Decision-making process. The process for applying for a visa can be lengthy and complicated.
Normally.
Usually, under normal conditions.
Examples.
Complete normally. Not normally drink much. I don't normally take a vacation in the middle of summer.
Memorable.
Worth remembering or likely to be remembered, especially because of being very important or remarkable.
Examples.
Create memorable experiences. Least memorable song. His passionate speech makes a memorable impression.
First-hand.
From the source, directly, adjective, received directly from a source.
Examples.
Hear customers' voices firsthand. Conduct firsthand research. The manager tried to hear customers' voices firsthand.
Latent.
Existing but not yet expressed, active, or visible, hidden or dormant.
Examples:
latent desire, latent threat. Many people have latent talents they are not aware of.